Hey guys, welcome back to another serving of food for thought. Of course, not everything in this reading will resonate, so I encourage you to take with us and leave the rest. However, if this resonates, or you just so happen to like this reading, let me know by commenting down below or liking this video. So let's jump right in, you guys. Holy Spirit, what is the message here for the collective energy? What are the cards here that best represent the reading? There is chaos and sacrifice within a situation, especially when it comes to the memories of the past for an Empress energy or divine energy who could be confused about a situation. I feel this is confusion is coming from you not being sure why a situation took place. Someone who is moving in secret, hiding the truth, or choosing the wrong path. This is someone who is wanting to open up the lines of communication with you about something that is wanting to seemingly be misunderstood. But I feel you're in the energy of your own sacrifices and trying to find your own joy, peace, and happiness. This is someone who is silent, not talking about what they've done or what they're doing when a truth needs to be spoken, but instead lessons are being learned. For many of you, I feel you've taken the higher road, finding a true space for self through discovery. So what I'm getting here is I sense you're clearing out the old to bring in the new by consciously stepping back from something or someone where there was a lack of respect. A lack of respect and boundaries which possibly caused you to question their love, motives in your life, or even if they were worth your energy at all. Yet I sense they only left you with the choice or the energy of saving self from something that was clearly dysfunctional at some point or one-sided. I feel you've had to learn your own lessons through sacrifice when dealing with something that was confusing as hell. For many of you, I believe your silence was key within this situation or avoiding someone's drama. I feel that was also unexpected. But I feel you're learning more about others as well as yourself within this season as your guides are assisting you with these setbacks. Yeah. I feel this is disappointing news. Disappointing news within setbacks where there is mystery. Secrets that are kept from you. I feel for many of you, you had to cut ties or sever your energy from someone because you're no longer wanting to relive the pain. I feel for many of you, you're no longer seeking closure, and if you are, you will find a way. I feel you will find a way through self when it comes to this energy or your pain. In fact, I feel when it comes to your third eye, you're clearly open. Something is open when it comes to this energy. You see something for what it is, no longer allowing this energy to misguide you or misdirect you. I feel you're now tuning into your insight. Even when things seem confusing, you're ending a cycle. A cycle is ending when it comes to a connection or a bond. That's what I see here. Someone is closed-lipped about a situation. Someone's chakra needs healing. In fact, this is someone who is just playing games. Playing games with self as well as others, being superficial and never having a game. In fact, I feel this energy is just continuing to keep more secrets. Not standing in their energy, they're coming out in the reverse. There is lies, deception, and there is also judgment, where something will be fair. This is someone who is coming up empty. They're codependent, while you are manifesting, bringing a new in your life. There's a lot of illusion when it comes to someone who is still in bondage, still unhealed, while you are ascending to the next phase. All of this is being done in divine timing, where someone has caused a lot of trauma and pain through deception, lies, their egotistical ways. Doing something when it comes to you that was clearly forbidden. Someone knows something shouldn't have been touched, but they're still not making a confession, which is only going to be a burden for them to carry. For many of you, there's a lot of disorder when it comes to this energy, and I feel it would suit them just fine to bring this chaos your way, disrupting your peace. However, I feel so much has changed about you that might not be your energy anymore. Let's get some energy here. So I definitely feel this connection is tied in knots in some type of way through chaos, sacrifice. Someone is thinking about the past, and there's a lot of disorder when it comes to a feminine energy or a higher energy, where someone is discovering self through this situation, and also being more mature about it than you possibly thought you would be. Even though you're confused at why this energy is even coming at you in this way, you're still holding your head up, still making a way. I feel like you're making uplifting decisions or trying to encourage yourself, while this energy is still playing games of the heart. There's push and pull when it comes to this energy. Not wanting to give in, not wanting to tell the truth. I feel you're just vibing solo while you're still attracting this energy. Something was definitely very close. Complex separation, holding but not letting go. So I feel like someone is holding on to you, but they're clearly not letting go here. They're still zoned in on your energy. But I feel things are definitely on hold. As I said before, there's a lot of setbacks that your guides are assisting you with right now. I also sense you have some things on hold as you're not wanting to repeat the same mistakes. Not again. Causing you to have zero tolerance for the bullshit, or just over the constant drama, period. Someone is not wanting to give into something. Someone could be fishing for compliments, while you're just realizing there could just be more fish in the sea, more energies to connect with, more people to keep it real with, while this energy is lost and confused about loyalty and respect. I feel like this is someone who still wants to circle back around to you, but I feel it's just going to go round and round, returning for more. But this is someone who is just dealing with unfamiliar energy that they have yet to deal with, unfamiliar feelings, experiencing foreign emotions. But I feel it's just because they're sitting in regret, not knowing how to deal with what they're feeling. This energy just wants to return. But I feel like instead of returning, this person needs to be healing. They see themselves in you somehow. But you keep on evolving. You keep changing. I also feel there are lessons in progress here. This could be your energy or theirs, but this energy cannot find the road home. This is someone who feels electric love or connection when it comes to you. Something is drawing them in. They're still wanting your energy, but I feel they're dealing with some uncomfortable karma here. Some bad blood energy here between the two of you, where someone is needing to deal with the guilt that they carry. This is an enigma energy here, where someone is building a mystery, leaving something to the imagination when it comes to you, but they need to give in to the regret of playing games, hiding behind a mask, when you have always been real with them. There's deep conversations with this energy. I hear you talking in deep conversation with this energy who is emotionally vacant, empty, doing a lot of things as a coping mechanism, but they're used to disappearing or avoiding what's uncomfortable. I feel you were exposed to a situation or an environment where there was hate or a spiritual attack within a group of energies where everyone was affected. Everyone was affected in some way, or through tricking one another, they're just bringing each other down. There's a lot of silence, people wanting to speak out, but there's no truth. There's no truth in what they speak. Someone is struggling being alone or being outcasted. But there's endless waiting here because this energy has never changed. This is someone who just wants to roll the dice when it comes to you. See what comes up. See what comes out. Because you were once ride or die energy. A stable energy. But to their surprise, something has changed. This is someone who is now blinded to the truth of who you are. But as I said before, they're mesmerized by you, but they're still blinded by your light. I definitely feel something that, some type of negative energy they have towards you is attached to their ego. But I feel it's now or never this energy is feeling when it comes to coming your way. There's an allure when it comes to you. Someone who is watching you is coming out as a sinner. These are energies that started to change or become sideline haters because you saw the truth or leveled up in a way. Because they used to see you struggle or grow through some very harsh troubles or growing pains in life. And now this energy may be watching you win. This energy may be watching you find your way, and it's just not settling well. This is someone who is used to seeing you struggle or go through pain because they wanted to be needed or feel better about themselves through your misery. Now, low-key, this partner, friend, or family member has turned into foe. Has turned into someone you're really not sure if they can be trusted with your energy. So I feel like for many of you, you kind of let go. Let go, let God sort it out. What is a message here, Spirit? But I feel whatever you did, this energy really didn't see it coming. There's a distorted energy here who is criticizing self, watching you win, wanting what you have, possibly coveting your blessings. But I feel it's time to keep something silent. There's a long separation when it comes to this energy, only because they're not sure what to say, how to speak on the mistrust, the lies, the deception. This is an energy that could be hating from afar as they no longer have access to your energy or your inner circle, which is caused some of these energies to come from a place of rooted insecurities. Rooted insecurities and hate because they feel your words cut deep or your words speak louder than their deception. Someone knows that something will be heard or respected if you spoke out. This is someone who knows your horror stories, or they feel they do, your trials and your obstacles. Not understanding their position, they abused it. So they're not loving this new you. This new you, this energy that you are becoming in this season, because they don't understand your growth versus theirs. As you're no longer in a space where you relate to their energy without your misery, which causes them to no longer have company because they're in misery. So I definitely feel a lot of this comes from a space where there is spite, jealousy, and a lot of tension. I feel there is tension here that wasn't previously there or noticed, but it's starting to become clear now. I definitely feel there is layers unveiling here. Layers of someone's careless actions, risk, being flaky when it comes to respect, responsibilities, or love. This is someone who is coming out as someone who was in disguise, not showing their true self. There's a lot of anger, hidden anger here. But I feel when it comes to this energy, everything is not what it seems. Something is getting in the way of the connection. There is karmic interferences, possibly foes, third-party energies here, but there is dense baggage. Untold information. Someone needs to do some shadow work. But regardless of the fact, this is someone who can't stop thinking about something. They feel too deep. Someone feels like they're in over their head, drowning in something, while you could be accepting your journey. I feel you could be accepting your journey at this point in your life, reaching some type of closure. I feel there's a choice being made here. A real choice. And someone just might not like the choices that you come up with, but they're going to have to deal with it. These are energies that started to change or become these haters out of nowhere. As I said before, you're kind of confused as to why it even has taken place. These energies used to see you struggle are not seeing that energy anymore, and they're not knowing how to take that. This isn't an energy that could be hating from afar, but you're not into it. Not at all. In fact, I feel like this is someone who could be invisible to your energy right now. Especially after this energy may have pulled a disappearing act, avoided you, blocked you, thinking they were escaping something. But in fact, I feel you're the one who had to let go. This was someone who was letting go but still holding on, but you had the final say-so. You had the final say-so after something was shattered, damaged for good, broken, destroyed. There's upheaval here of someone being shocked by that. Someone was shocked that you made a choice or made a stand because they were too into the thrill of the chase or the thrill of the drama. This is someone who needs to be seeking your forgiveness because you're a gift. Giving a true, authentic apology, but this energy isn't built like that. In fact, I feel this energy is just sitting in a space of infatuation of wanting what they can't have. However, there will be judgment, a wake-up call. Someone's life is under review, and I feel it's theirs. And this will bring irritation and fear. Wow. Let's get some more energy here, Holy Spirit. What is the message? So someone is definitely focused on you. This is a fixation, an attachment when it comes to something that is somewhat lustful. But this energy is non-committal. There is consequences for this energy being lost or having no chemistry, pretending to be something that they're not. This is what's going to bring an upheaval. There will be loss, there will be pain, there will be grief. But I feel you will come out on the better end of this, especially since you chose to let go. You made a choice, and you may be standing on it. There's a lot of consequences coming this person's way. Karma, cause and effect. Karma that they believe they can avoid, but it's coming their way regardless. Because as I said before, there's a lot of loss, grief, and sorrow, pain connected to their energy where there's no chemistry. This is someone who is wide open, and something is definitely about to affect them in many ways. I feel there's tension, turbulence, and stress when it comes to influences, dark attachments, third parties, and I feel you could be better off without this energy. I feel this is someone that only brings chaos. Now you're finding a clearer headspace where someone had no depth, no awareness. When it comes to an open heart, this energy was not receptive. There's no commitment to keeping their vows. There's no harmony and peace within the situation because there was no true friendship. This is someone who was elusive, dishonest, tricky, imbalance within an illusion because they got caught in the crossfire as well. This is someone who is coming up blank, shallow, within something that is unspoken. Now this energy is wanting you to believe something is a misunderstanding, a mistake. You're not seeing it the right way, when in fact, you completely are. As I said before, something is definitely becoming clear here. After you didn't see it before, not because you're blind or you can't see, you were thinking or coming from your heart. Giving this energy the benefit of the doubt, and they abuse that love, that affection that is no longer given. Now something is frozen when it comes to passion, being close. Something is being suppressed. Now there is resentment because of your boundaries. There's a sense of bitterness because you drew the line. Now someone wants to talk. Open the line of communication after they started avoiding you or creating some type of distance. This is someone who is going through a lot behind the scenes and wanting a shoulder to cry on, someone to talk to, but I feel you're not giving any second chances. No opportunity within these chances to reconcile. This is someone who needs to speak to their maker, not you. There's a lot of secrets and mysterious things that's been done behind your back that's definitely affected you, but I feel you've been able to move on despite this energy's hateful ways. I see you building family, establishing anew, while this energy is suffering through it all. Deja vu. Wow. Karmic lessons, past life patterns here. Someone is repeating things because they just never got it right, not just in this lifetime, but in a past lifetime. And if they don't get it right this time, they will repeat it in the next. This is someone who is apprehensive within a conflict, and they're still curious about the bond, the connection. But this energy is being sidetracked. There's a lot of delays, and they're in despair about something sinking, something fading away. There's no new beginning because of their pride. The pride before the fall. This energy living in a fantasy. Something is about to become clear. Something is about to become real. Real quick. Because this is someone who thought that they would never be atoning for their actions, but they completely are. And for many of you, this energy can't get their own state because they're too busy watching yours. However, since you came to realize something deeper is going on with this energy or individual, causing you to focus on the key players within your life as well as self, as you're no longer allowing someone access that you thought was solid, but this energy just keeps coming up empty. There's a lot of stress, arguments, turbulence when it comes to this energy or outside influences. This energy is easily strayed and always causing problems or needing to be saved. You're coming out as being angelically protected. This is solid energy covering your energy. Highly ranked within the spiritual world. While someone is definitely wanting to swap out with you. This is someone who is coming out as being spiritually bankrupt, poverty. Wow. This energy is descending and descending quickly. Just to be in your energy, this person had to be of something. But I feel through the months, through the years, this energy just changed. Changed out of jealousy, changed out of loss, grief, not healing, so many things. But I feel there is a stop. There is a halt to something. A stop to something that someone thought that they were getting away from. And for many of you, they could have already sold their soul. Sold their soul for gain, just to be a spiritual hitman, an anti-hero who is now coming up short where there is no gain. There's no gain, but there is truly pain within this situation where this person has broken some spiritual laws. Now this energy is descending, creating karmic soul ties and a debt that needs to be paid. Wow. I feel like this is someone who is not consistent in your life right now because they're in and out or not very transparent, but I also feel it's to hide the evidence. Hide the evidence of their jealousy, their hate, their betrayal, while possibly confusing or distorting the view of someone around you. Someone who does have access to you, because deep down they know they can never match your energy. So they try to spiritually bring you down as well. But as I said before, this energy has broken too many spiritual laws, doing everything for the wrong reasons when it comes to an angelic soul, a chosen energy. But I feel this energy only fell into a spiritual trap. A spiritual trap that they can't get out of, not without dealing with the dead. However, don't be discouraged when it comes to this energy, because they're only uncomfortable because you're becoming comfortable. So keep doing what you're doing, because this energy is going through it behind the scenes, not wanting to reveal what they're truly going through because they see you winning. In fact, this is an energy spreading lies about you because they're in fear you're going to tell the truth about them while they're just spreading lies about you. For many of you, this is a spiritual battle. A spiritual battle that I do see you coming out with a win, because this energy is not spiritually protected, easily triggered, and as I said before, there is a spiritual debt to pay, and it will be paid in full. I feel this is someone who has had a hollow victory, where they're now sitting alone, dealing with this past life karma that is about to resurface. I feel this past life karma that is about to resurface for this energy is going to put them in a place of spiritual warfare, psychological warfare, where this energy feels like they're going mad, going crazy. But this is just the energy of a shapeshifter, someone who is not even sure of themselves. This is a shape-shifting energy with bad intentions. A lawless energy who is abusing their power, their position. But I feel this energy was fated for this position of a spiritual bully, because they now have no access to the spiritual realm. This energy is heavily descending within a space, and there's really nowhere to go. Nowhere to go but down. This is someone who knows you're being honest about all you say, but would rather make you look crazy proving it or seeking truth from it. When you have already come to a realization, they're motivated by your stress and pain as they try to convince you of something else. I feel this energy has also tried to condition you or others to believe the problem isn't their silent hate for you or their betrayal, yet it's your response or detached way of dealing with things, so they say. This energy is wanting you to be the problem, but that's not a fact. When really it's all a game to this energy. All a game of confusion that's never meant to be solved or resolved. So out of pure irritation, this energy is hoping to get you to react. React verbally or through text to use it against you somehow, some way. So choose your words wisely. Or choose not to engage at all. As I feel this energy only brings chaos and confusion. Chaos and confusion if you let them back in. I feel like this is someone who will only cause chaos and confusion, headaches, mischief, until it's no longer an option. However, I sense where this energy truly goes wrong is by taking your kindness for weakness, not realizing you're 10 times stronger because you're able to pray for your enemy while still protecting your honor and self, giving them no true victory. As I said before, this energy is coming up short. There will be no true victory. There will be no true win. I feel this is someone who's just going to have to sit with their discomfort or hate for you, because this energy still needs to go through a dark night of the soul. This energy is wandering in the dark because they are a falling angel who is still descending spiritually. So for many of you, this energy is in spiritual jail. The third eye energy is blocked, and this energy is stripped of all their spiritual gifts until they get it right. This is someone who was conjuring up dark energy on you while you are ascending, thriving, and making a way. For many of you, you had to cut the cord. You had to cut the cord in a situation where someone was sending you the evil eye, wanting you to go through just as much pain as they're going through as they covered your blessings, harvesting your energy and being a false prophet. I feel you standing in your power, gaining while someone's energy is distorted. This is possible narcissist energy where someone is now receiving the same energy that was given, projecting. But you have definitely stepped in a season of divine protection while someone is still sitting in the past. You are leveling up. Good karma is coming your way. This energy is definitely sitting in a space where they're dealing with past energy of childhood trauma as well as setbacks, because something is now blowing up in their face. And for some of them, they could still be blaming you. Blaming you when you have nothing to do with their spiritual damage or their choices in life, but they just see you as chosen. That's your only fault. However, this is someone who won't break character. I don't see this energy breaking character as they swear this to be a misunderstanding, something that you didn't see well. Somehow you have missed the mark, but you clearly didn't. This is someone who just wants more from you. Yet I sense you should give them no energy. Give them no energy if possible, because all they will do is take mentally, financially, emotionally, and it's not worth it. Your guides insist that you are on the right path, so stay connected, because where you are is where you should be, and where you are weak, they are strong. And if anything contradicts what is promised to you, just know, purpose always prevails. Yet I sense all of this also had a purpose. And And for many of you, the best revenge is taking the time to heal. Heal and grow despite the hate, because as you become whole and ready for what's to come, their only choice will be to watch you win. Watch you win as life continues to show them why they're losing. Because once you discover what's within, they'll regret the fact that they stood against you. I hope you guys have enjoyed the reading and has found some food for thought. If so, let me know by commenting down below or liking this video. I hope to see you again, guys. Bye.